Revolutions and movements have played vital roles in shaping a nation's history, often succeeding in reforming the existing system and promising improvements. From the French Revolution of 18th century, which ended monarchy and strengthened the middle class, the Russian Revolution of 1917, which caused major social changes like elimination of private property, to the Cuban Revolution of 1959, which overthrew dictatorship, it has been proved time and again that revolutions have the power to trigger major changes in a nation's governance. India also has her own history of uprisings and movements in her struggle for independence against various empires. In this context, the movement of Satyagraha, started by Mahatma Gandhi in the year 1907, assumes a significant role in the history of mass movements throughout the world. It is indeed astonishing to find that even after 100 years of its launch, the Satyagraha movement is still alive because the demands that were put forth then still exist. Janadesh is a Satyagraha march for land rights by 25,000 poor Indians from Gwalior to Delhi. This movie is a compilation of the various issues that were brought forth in the march and the unforgettable experiences of the journey. After 60 long years of India gaining her independence, world is going to witness the rebirth of Gandhi. No, Gandhis. The path of truth and non-violence demonstrated by him, which shook the very foundations of the British Empire, is to be followed again. Today, on October 2, 2007, which also marks the centenary year of Gandhi's Satyagraha, around 25,000 people from across 18 states of India have gathered in Gwalior to begin their Satyagraha march called Janadesh to Delhi. Janadesh is the march of the poor and landless people to acquire their most basic right, the right to own a piece of land. These people have been the victims of poverty and exploitation for several years. Janadesh intends to pass a people's verdict on the central government to implement land reforms in their updated form to safeguard the interests of the poor and deprived. The stories of these people are diverse in terms of fighting for security of the lands they have been living in for generations, preventing their displacement from the forest areas, stopping bonded labor, reclaiming the lands which legally belong to them, evicting those who have illegally occupied their lands, and so on. The demands of these people are entirely justified as land is their only source of livelihood. Hopefully, a piece of land is not too much to ask for. The day also marked the integration of the myriad diversities of India. The saffrons and greens of different political parties merged together and became one. Leaders of various political parties participated in the event to extend their support for Janadesh. Religious boundaries disappeared. Leaders representing various religions took part and offered their prayers to these people. Borders dividing countries became invisible. People from several countries participated to show their solidarity towards Janadesh.
जंगल जमीन पे सबसे बराबर हक है और कोई आपको उस हक से वंचित नहीं कर सकता है। तो ये जनादेश हक की लड़ाई है और हम जीतेंगे जरूर।
आज इस सभा में आए हुए सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई। ये सबका आशीर्वाद मिला। सर्व सेवा संघ से लेके जितने भी संगठन हैं सबका आशीर्वाद, करीब 300-350 संगठन का आशीर्वाद है और सबके आशीर्वाद को लेके, सहयोग को लेके आंदोलन में हम सफलता प्राप्त करेंगे इस विश्वास के साथ। आप सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई और जय जगन्नाथ।
They are marching forth with dignity and determination, their immense fortitude guiding them to their destination. The luminous sun displays golden dust in the air as they march fearlessly for their rights. Their slogans echo far and wide as their voices gain a unique strength to be heard by the rest of the world. Delhi, their final destination, is 28 days away. It would be fascinating to know as to how these 25,000 people marching together for several days take care of their daily needs throughout their march. What would they eat? Where would they sleep? One often wonders whether it is actually possible to survive on the roads for so many days. But when asked about this, these people simply smile and say that it really doesn't make any difference in their lives. They are landless and they lack an identity. In fact, they do not belong anywhere.
अभी हमारे सरकार के यहाँ 1305 आवेदन भर के हम प्रखंड कार्यालय में जमा किए, मगर उसका अभी तक हमारा सरकार जांच नहीं किया और न ही प्रखंड के सीओ।
वनवासी जैसे आदिवासी हैं, हमको हमारा अधिकार नहीं मिल रहा है।
सरकार जो कुछ मांगने ले लिया, गरीब आदमी
ஒரு வாட்டி நிலம் கூட கிடையாது. கவுன்சில் வந்து நிலம் மாதிரி மீட்டு ஊனமுட்ட மக்கள் கொடுக்கலாம் என்னது
हाँ, कुछ तो मन राहत होगा, कुछ तो मिलेगा, कुछ मदद करेगा, इसलिए आए हैं।
Now, the question arises whether the government of India would be kind enough to lend an ear to their sufferings and fulfill their demands. Would it be so difficult a task for the government to accept these people as the citizens of India and grant them their basic right, a piece of land?